When talking about investing, the two words everyone loves to bring up is risk and reward. These two words are the baseline for everything that investing has to offer and can also make and break you as an individual. In its easiest sense, risk is how much volatility you're willing to have in your investments. The higher the volatility, the higher the potential return. The lower the volatility, the less return, but the easier you can sleep at night. It's a choice that finance bros contemplate for years of their lives. But not really, because after about 5 minutes of staring at the screen, they just go to the highest risk and hope for the best. Reward, on the other hand, is a little bit more complicated. Everyone wants the highest reward, but no one wants any risk. This is kind of what we're going over today, and how you can see that the mindset of people kind of dictates where they end up in terms of reward, and how fast they can either be getting that Lamborghini or be sleeping in a cardboard box. All the information discussed today is for entertainment purposes only and it's not financial advice. Proper due diligence and research should be done prior to investing, and please do not come to me if you decide to YOLO trade your life savings. I cannot help you with that one, and you're on your own. Without further ado, let's jump into the subgroups of investor I've seen over the years and the potential risk to return that they face in day-to-day trading activities. The first one on this list is the angry anarchist. You don't believe in money because that would imply you trust the government. You prefer to live off the grid, where instead of paying taxes, you can invest your cash jobs only income into end-of-the-world assets like guns and a truck you'd see in Mad Max. You don't have any sort of media devices because you don't want the government spying on your plans, thus have no idea what inflation is or who is even running the country. People don't know you exist, and that's what you want in life. You're as old school as it gets and only own physical assets. Your average return on investment is going to be in the negatives. Unless we have a gun shortage, then maybe you'll be the next Warren Buffett. The next category is the boomer. You grew up in a time where income was just a thing that happened. Any part-time job you had could pay for a full house, the kids, and your university degree. You didn't need to know what saving was because you used to have bonds and high-interest savings accounts that would pay the bills. The younger generation hates you because of how easy your investing career was. In this day and age, you still invest in bonds, even though with a high rate of inflation, you're losing money. You don't bother watching the news because you're far past that. Your portfolio grows at best 2%, and you're just sitting on a beach. YouTubers make memes about you daily, but you don't even know what YouTube is, so there's nothing to fear there. Your average risk to return is about 2 to 3%, and you're happy because you've already made your money years ago. The young will suffer because of you, but that's okay. You are a boomer, and that is that. The next category is the average planner. You are average. Everything about you is average. The kids call you basic, but that's okay. You invest a small portion of your paycheck every 2 weeks into these funds. You love mutual funds and index funds because they take the work out of investing and you let other people do all the work for you. You're happy with a 7 to 9% return, and day-to-day life, you don't want to think about investments. This is the final stage that you will be comfortable with your investments and be able to sleep at night. I hope you're happy whoever you are in this category, because everyone else onward hates you. They aspire to have the low level of stress you do. Your investments are held for about 40 years until you retire, and you can live a nice modest life off of that. You are the backbone of the economy and the target audience to all the evil banks commercials that they send to you every day. You don't bother looking at technical charts because you don't care. As long as your money makes some money, you are happy. Everything has been preset for you. You are like sliced bread, very basic and something that everyone has. You hope to have the average salary, the average amount of kids, the average house, and live to the average age. If you're lucky, you'll take one vacation a year. You are a millennial trying to get out of the rat race, but you have found out that you are the demographic that will be stuck in the rat race for 40 years. The next category is the day trading prodigy. You finally stumbled upon some YouTube videos of some of these young kids making big bucks, and you thought to yourself, why can't I do that? Well, there's a million reasons why you can't do that, but you're going to ignore that. That's not the point. Because of this, you decide to sign up for a million different courses and pay these kids so they can continue to live their dream. It doesn't matter if they're successful or not, you have just paid their way to success. You start studying charts all day instead of actually doing your day job, and your boss hates you. Your returns on most of these trades are in the negative, but if you're lucky, you can pay for your lunch. You don't believe in mutual funds or index funds because you don't want the man doing it and think that you can outwit people. You begin looking down on Warren Buffett because he just holds stocks. Every red day is a buying opportunity, and you are smarter than everyone else in the world. Congratulations, this is the first step to full degeneracy. You will never return from this step, as the longer you're in here, the higher risk you will take. This will nicely transition into our next stage. The next stage is the regulated gambler. At this stage, you have more luck making money off scratch tickets. Maybe you had a little success, and you're feeling pretty cocky right now. You are in no way a long-term successful trader, and this one great trade has rushed to your head. You believe that you are the best, even though statistically, you are the worst. The market average is far outperforming you, but you're waiting for that one big trade to redeem yourself. You sit around on the computer all day from 9 to 4. You are far past index funds and funds of funds. You only trade around earnings reports in hopes that you can have your next big break, which might be your only big break, which is never going to happen. The only thing that's going to break is your back, when the loan sharks come from all the money that you took from them, that you will never pay back. You trade during market hours, trying to find the perfect trade that never comes. And the second the market closes, you go over the crypto world and start diving into these brand new tokens that no one's ever heard about. You're looking for the next Shiba Inu. But that's never going to happen because that was a complete joke and will never spike again. All the initial investors made their money, but you don't believe that. You believe that things will truly go to the moon. You've given up finding news sources on Yahoo Finance and instead get all your information from Wall Street Bets. The slot machines would be a better position for you at this point, but it's too late. You have convinced yourself that this will be your new career. Since working from home, you haven't done any work at all. You've just simply stared at charts and lost money. You are a true degenerate. Congrats. The final stage of this is jack to the tits. You, my friend, have a problem. Not a problem that can be solved either. No group, no psychologist can save you from this. You have convinced yourself that you are the market. You think Warren Buffett's a bitch because he couldn't do this. You're trying to retire next week, as in tomorrow. Every trade you do, you at least need a 10x return because you're down 80% from last week and you used all the money. Your wife's boyfriend's limited your screen time, so in the 1 hour you get on the computer, you have to shitpost on Wall Street Bets and tell people how this next trade is going to the moon. The Wall Street Bets community looks up to you. The only thing going up is your karma score on Reddit. None of your accounts are even in the green. You owe money to everyone. You are truly addicted to the market. You have never made a successful trade in the past year. Everything you do is based off of a speculation that this company goes from 1 penny to $10. Nobody knows how you think. Your friends and family have tried to get you help, but they are no longer your friends and family. You changed your name and will no longer talk to them. You've watched too many motivational videos and think you are a Sigma male. But really, you are the biggest beta male possible. You had to move back into your parents' basement and you have absolutely no money to your name. Every margin account you have is liquidated and you've been borrowing money from your family. You are a true degenerate of society. The scum on the bottom of someone's boot. But don't worry though, that one trade that you're holding there with $20 will become $1 million, I'm sure. Just you wait. The best thing you're known for right now is your lost porn on Wall Street Bets. Everyone loves to see that. You are the gentleman that managed to lose over 100%. No one knows how it's possible. Shouldn't you have been liquidated? We're not quite sure. Either way, you give everyone a good chuckle in the community, and we thank you for that. Your IQ and bank account play a game to see who's higher in the run of a day. But in reality, both are in the negative at this point. In conclusion, we can see as you increase risk, you also increase reward. It really all comes down to how comfortable you are with volatility and how much you like to sleep at night. On one end, you can live the boomer mentality, live an easy life, but not make much return. On the other hand, you can go full jack to the tits and absolutely hate your life, but maybe one day you can become that stock market millionaire. Realistically, it's never going to happen. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and to all my boys jack to the tits, yeah, let's pray that company gets a 10x return, because yeah, please help. Please help. I'm 89% in the red right now.